And it's been 24 years since the nation witnessed the horrific attacks that played out on September 11th, 2001. Most current students weren't alive or were simply too young to remember that unforgettable day. WOAY made a trip to Greenbrier East High School to see the school's memorial service and speak to a retired sergeant, first class, who teaches junior ROTC.
September 11th, 2001 is an easy day to remember for those of us who watched the terrible events of that day unfold on live TV. As we mark the 24th anniversary, many young adults have no personal recollection of these events. In living up to the phrase, never forget, schools across the country host special memorial ceremonies to educate our younger citizens on what befell our country that day. I was at Greenbrier East High School as their junior ROTC program led their ceremony.
Our cadets came out this morning to conduct a ceremony in remembrance of 9/11 and the tragedy that our country and the world faced that day. That day definitely changed our way of life from every day forward and since then. No Americans were left untouched by that, even still to today.
Although this tragedy occurred right before everyone had cell phone cameras in their pocket, it was still very well documented, and the imagery of that day is as unforgettable as it is stunning.
Some sit in awe and amazement because with the 9/11, everything broke out live on the news as it happened. And when we start looking back at some of those historical videos and the actions of that day, some people are devastated by watching it. The tragedy of seeing the towers come down and the Pentagon get hit by a plane. Flight 93 crashing into a field because it was full of heroes.
There is a lot to process in regards to September 11th, from the political and international relationships of the day, an attack on what was believed to be a most secure homeland, and to regular everyday people transforming into heroes of epic proportion.
Values is one of the biggest things that they need to understand, their values, especially when it comes to personal courage, right? Because courage doesn't mean somebody can be great. It means somebody could be scared to death and still accomplish what they need to.
There is an age-old sentiment that has worked its way into the American ideal, represented in the phrase, "United we stand, divided we fall." This lesson should not be neglected, yet emphasized in the teaching of the events of 9/11. In its aftermath, the country stood together united, which is unfortunately a far cry from where we are today.
We definitely need the sentiment of our country coming together. It is a tragedy to me to think that about every 20 years we have something significant happen that does cause our country to come back together. And then daily after that, we start pulling away from each other and everybody's fighting their own battles. We need to not forget about each other.
This is Mike Teeney in Greenbrier County, Newswatch 4.
A new law